Hey guys, I'm Karina.
And I'm Eric.
And welcome back to the Late Podcast. All right, so how are you feeling today, Eric?
I forgot.
What happened?
Welcome back to the Late Podcast.
Oh, the law according to Eric. I'm sorry, guys. We had to redo this because my computer's being weird.
No, fam. Let me just say, Karina's so off her game today.
It's not my fault.
It is.
It's your internet's fault.
It's nobody's fault
except
I'm just telling everybody now. This is
okay.
This is either going to be a very funny episode or it's going to be painful as fuck. We'll see.
When you say I'm off my game, let them know I'm sober. I'm at work sober.
Oh, okay.
Yo, good thing I'm like fucked up, guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, not like that.
It's just, I don't know. All right. Well, today we have a different kind of episode for you all. So one of our listeners commented that we should do a Devil's Advocate themed podcast episode. So that's what I did today. I pulled a bunch of Am I the Asshole stories, which could be taken from both sides. And before every story, I'm going to ask my Siri to flip a coin. So from now, do you want to be heads or tails?
Tails. Tails never fails.
Okay. So I'll be heads, you'll be tails. And then once we flip it, they'll let us know.
Okay.
What side we're playing.
All right.
So.
Listen. This could be fun, right? It'd be a little bit of a debate style.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to say, the listener that sent us or comment, I think it was an Instagram comment, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If this ends up being a shitty episode, it's not our fault. It's all your fault. We're just trying to give people what they want.
Yeah.
But we can't help it if the people want something stupid.
All right. So how do you want to do this? Do you want to do it as who wins gets to pick what side you want to do? Like whatever flips?
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. But I mean, just as a point, I just want to know, first of all, I always win.
No, I meant who wins the towing.
The towing. Oh, okay. All right. So can I start with a joke? It's not a dad joke, but
I don't have a joke, but go ahead.
Because since we're doing Devil's Advocate.
Mm-hmm.
So lawyer dies and goes to heaven. He's at the pearly gates, meets St. Peter. Mm-hmm. St. Peter says, okay, Mr. Lawyer, welcome to heaven. I'm going to show you to your room. So they jump in the heavenly elevator. They start to go up a couple floors. Mm-hmm. Door opens and the lawyer kind of peeks and sees like a studio pad. It's got like a bed and a half bath and a kitchen sink and a little balcony. Right. And St. Peter says, no, this is the Pope's room.
Right.
Yours is further up. So okay, whatever. You go up a couple more flights. The door opens again. I guess somebody's getting in, getting out. Mm-hmm. And the lawyer kind of peers in, and this is a much nicer apartment now. Looks like a full 2-bedroom. Mm-hmm. It's got like a glass bed, full bath, regular kitchen, balcony, has a little bit of a view.
Okay.
Lawyer goes to step out. St. Peter stops and says, no. These are the priest's rooms. So the lawyer feels a bit confused, but okay.
Right.
Whatever. And they keep riding the elevator up. They get all the way to the top floor. Door opens, and it is like the equivalent of a Central Park penthouse. Mm-hmm. Huge glass bed, chandelier, full bath, full bedrooms, balcony that oversees all of heaven. St. Peter says to the lawyer, okay, this is your room. Lawyer, being a little bit confused, I mean, not to be ungrateful, but says, St. Peter, I don't understand. The Pope has the worst room. The priests have, a slightly better room, but not like this. And then this is I don't understand. He says, listen, normally we have lots of popes and priests up here.
Right.
But you are the only lawyer that made it to heaven. Get it?
Oh
my God.
Sorry.
Wow. See what I mean by offer game? I was like, such a good joke. Heaven, hell, Devil's Advocate, lawyer. I threw them all in one package.
I'm tired. Okay.
Wow. This is going to be some episode. Well, all right, fam. Let's kick it off. Yeah, right. I could tell. Wow. All right, let's kick it off.
All right, first story. All right, title is, Am I the asshole for telling my husband that his affair child is not welcomed in our home, and if he wants custody, he will have to move out?
Huh.
My husband and I have been married for 9 years. In 2021, we found out my husband was being sued for child support. Turns out my husband had an affair shortly after we were married. It nearly ended our marriage, but we went to counseling together, and I agreed to stay in the marriage with the following provisions. 1, my husband was to get a second job so that his child support payments did not affect our household budget, and at no point in time will I ever consider having a relationship with this child. If he wanted to pursue one with them, fine, but I have absolutely zero interest in his kid. So my husband has been getting to know his kid over the past couple of years, and recently my husband came to me and informed me that there was some sort of baby mama drama. Apparently, she has to self-surrender in May and is going to be incarcerated for 8 months. My husband told me he needed to take custody while his affair partner is locked up. Otherwise, the kid would have to go to their grandparents, who basically lives on the other coast from us. The kid doesn't want to have to change schools or be so far away from their friends, dad and mom. She will be doing her time fairly local to us. So after my husband told me that, I got up and left the house. I went to the grocery store on the corner and grabbed a copy of our area's apartments guide, went back home and handed it to him. He asked if I was serious. I told him I still felt the way I did 3 years ago. He said he didn't think that was fair considering the extenuating circumstances. I told him I don't care about the circumstances. His kid is not welcomed in my home. If you wanted to take custody, I will grant him an amicable divorce, but I am not changing my mind. I am not taking care of some other chick's kid. Am I the asshole here? All right. So let's flip the coin.
Okay.
Siri, flip a coin. It's tails.
Ha! Tails never fails.
What side do you want to take?
Well, there's only one side to take.
No. What side do you want to take? You want to defend her or him?
No, I'm defend him. She is a blistering cunt. This child's not at fault. This poor kid's fucking mom is going to jail for God knows what. Right? The only stable adult in his life right now is the father.
It's not her fault.
It's not the kid. That's the point. I'm not defending the husband as much as I'm defending this child.
But that's not her fault.
But I understand, but it's not the child's either. So guess what, lady? Fucking suck it up.
She doesn't have to.
She forgave her husband.
She doesn't have to suck it up.
She forgave her husband.
She doesn't have to suck it up.
That's not the question. It's not the point.
She forgave her husband.
Right.
On those terms. The terms with that child would never be in her home, in his care or her care or supervision. She does not want to meet the child and she wants nothing to do with the child. That was the agreement that she made with him in order to stay with him. And he agreed to that agreement and she said, hey, that was it. And now he's breaking it. So that's too bad.
No.
Yes.
No, because, and I do believe in this, that the deal between the two of them is one thing. But I agree that these are extenuating circumstances. And the choice that he's being left with, hang on, let me just say this out. Mm-hmm. The choice that he's being left with is either abandon your child, whether it was conceived illegitimately or not, it's not the issue. Abandon your child and send him across the country to live with people he's never met or he doesn't know and change schools and go through all the trauma, or lose your marriage, the one that you've been working on fixing all this time based on an indiscretion you had 9 fucking years ago. Now, if your wife or the wife in this scenario has actually and truly forgiven the indiscretion and knows about the child and understands all of this, and he's done everything else, got his second job, and especially given that this is a short period of time, right? I think, honestly, I know we're taking sides and we're doing devil's advocate, but honestly, I don't see any other way. I get that we want to make it funny and all that, but this is really a child's life.
No, I seriously don't see anything wrong with her saying that, though. Like, even if I'm picking her side, because this is how I see it, a lot of people choose to be child free. It's obvious they don't have any kids. They've been married for 9 years. She maybe does not want kids. And if she's telling him, hey, I didn't want the kid in the beginning, she obviously doesn't like kids and she doesn't want that.
It's not full time.
Would it be worse for the child to come and live with her and the child can feel that she hates that child?
No, because no reasonable human being will be that cruel to an innocent child who didn't ask to be born.
That's the child that was
you know
created in an affair.
Then she deserves whatever pain she gets.
But that's the thing. She literally said, I'll give you an amicable divorce. You can leave. Then he can leave.
So, okay, then I guess she doesn't love him that much.
She doesn't love him enough to take in his son or daughter. No.
If this were full time and he wanted her to adopt him, that's one thing.
But that could lead to that. Like, he could
you know what? If it leads to that, then you cross that bridge if and when you get to it. But right now, all we're talking about is a period of less than a year, 8 months, right? So again, obviously we're going to agree to disagree on just about everything. But to me, she's not just an asshole. Seriously, she's the fucking dingleberry. Anything if you haven't figured out by now, fam, when it comes to things with kids, I get very defensive.
And Karina goes the other way.
Well, Karina likes watching children in pain and fall and get hurt and all that. But again, this shapes how this child's life is going to be in the long run, right? These types of traumas. And I understand moving with grandma and grandpa. I don't know what they're like or what they're not like. It seems like at least dad has somewhat stable of an environment, has jobs, provides income, all that stuff. What this child may end up going through over a short period of time and then have to go back to the mom that just gets out of the pokey. God knows what she's going to be like after that. I just think everybody is being cruel. And this guy's wife especially is being like extra cunty. Like her superpower is cuntness. Okay, that's how I
really
feel
don't
about
that
her.
way.
All
Maybe
right.
it's because I don't have kids, but I genuinely don't feel that way.
Maybe,
and it might be
but-
that because that's how I think. I mean, I feel like if my boyfriend were to ever be like, "Hey, I have a child I had, and like he's gonna have to come live with this," I wouldn't be okay with that, even if it's 9 years down the line. Because if
But
I
it's
set my
different
boundary,
if you've been okay. But now let me ask you differently. I
Mhm.
understand what you're saying, and I also I feel like maybe that initial boundary setting was done out of anger and hurt at first. And I understand 9 years have gone by, but here's the deal. If you and your boyfriend were married for 9 years and you knew about this, he fessed up.
Mhm.
He told you this happened and I'm sorry. And this was early on and you went to counseling and you fixed it. And then this came up. You want to tell me that you're going to throw away almost a decade of marriage
if you can't
and all the
respect my
counseling,
boundary,
but it's not
probably.
about respecting your boundary. It's about this, because if he had all the way up until this point,
Mhm.
he clearly respected the boundary. But guess what? The game changed. And sometimes you have to adapt. So my feeling is that she's a cunty bitch. And you know what? He should fucking divorce her.
I hope he does, so she can be happy and child free.
Yep. She should be.
She
Cunt.
should be. She doesn't want a child. All right, next one. This is fun.
Yeah. It was a good first pick.
Okay. Am I the asshole? I guess I shouldn't even answer this one, but I'm going to give my partake because the title doesn't ask for my opinion.
All right.
But am I the asshole asking particularly for men's opinion as per the husband's request?
Okay. So her husband asked her to go to Reddit to get men's opinions about something?
Basically.
Because that's kind of how that, I mean, maybe it's just,
that's what
again,
it sounded like. All right.
people. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm serious. Karina, can we put up a link to like the Rosetta Stone writing course or something? I mean, for crying out loud, people.
Go on ChatGPT.
Just something. I know, right? For fuck's sake. All right, go ahead.
All right. I had a baby 8 weeks ago. My toddler is only 1.5, so I have 2 under 2. I took 3 months unpaid maternity leave.
Wow, the math skills are fucking amazing on this one. Wow, good job. And I like how they threw that little. I got 2 under 2. Okay, right.
Well, it's a saying. It really is a saying. The 2 under 2 are like the 4 under 4, 4 and 4, or something like that.
This is so foreign to me, but okay.
My husband didn't get any leave, and he had to keep working, but he works from home. During these 8 weeks,
Okay, basic. All right.
Basically,
Yeah.
During these 8 weeks, my husband has gone out to a couple of dinners, a late meeting, a wedding that I had to tag along to unwillingly at only 6 weeks after a C-section to make him happy. Late drinks following one of the dinners. He once came home at 4:30 a.m. last week, and is scheduled to go on a bachelor trip later on. That was supposed to be a weekend in New Orleans and has now made it into a 4-day international trip to Jamaica. He also
Really? Okay.
He also told me about having 3 couples over to our house, which then turned, without my previous knowledge, into a 42-person get-together. Yes, you read that right. 42 people were in my home. And he's telling me that he can't end that event at 7, so we can't even put the kids to bed because he can't ask people to leave. So he has not been deprived, obviously, socially in any way. Now he's saying he wants to go on a double birthday party in New York City this Friday, which will naturally mean a late night. I'm arguing that as a father of 2 very young kids in the trenches of postpartum, he should be sitting out some of these events to stay home and help me at night. Our nanny is off the clock at 7 p.m. and 5 p.m. on Fridays. So it's at night that I need him the most. He argues that 1, he's home all day instead of going out to the office and having drinks after. And 2, he's able to wake up early after a late night to help with the kids. However, 1, it's really not my fault that his job is from home. And I tell him he wouldn't really be able to go out for drinks every night if he has a baby at home that needs him. And 2, while he does wake up at 7 a.m. after a late night, he then proceeds to be in a sour mood about how exhausted he is, and I end up having to pick up all the slacks for the next couple of nights to help him recover from this. So it all falls back. What the fuck? It all falls back. Okay. It all falls back. Okay. I don't know what's going on.
This is so amusing. Sorry.
It all falls back on her, anyways.
Oh, okay.
Of note, while I am on maternity leave now, I'm with the kids all day along with the nanny, so I'm not sitting around doing anything. I also have mental illness that requires me to prioritize my sleep, particularly in a postpartum period, which I have been completely putting aside in order to. She probably has like postpartum depression. Honestly. Like that's what I think it is. Also, he gets reasonable chunks of break time throughout the day, so he's not working nonstop by any means. Am I being unreasonable here? It isn't fair that as a father he gives up. Isn't it fair that as a father he should give up some of these social events while his baby is still a newborn? Should I just suck it up and let him be out and about for as many late nights as he wants? All right. So that's the story.
Okay.
Let's flip the coin.
I don't think we need to flip the coin
Siri,
here.
flip the coin. It's tails. What the Go ahead, take your side.
All right. Well, this probably shouldn't come as a big surprise to anyone, but I think she is being unreasonable. I'll tell you. Okay, don't give me that look. I'll tell you why. Look, this whole post should have been titled "First World Problems." Okay, first world problems. I'm sorry, bitch. Why don't you just grab an hour cat nap while your nannies are taking care of your fucking kids during the day? You privileged cunty Karen. Okay, whether he works from home or not is not the issue. I work from home sometimes, and it's not like I'm in my fucking boxers watching YouTube and then occasionally glancing at my screen. And if he has the type of job where there are some events that he really should go to.
No, these aren't work events.
I understand. Let me finish. There's lots of things that I'm invited to that are not work sponsored, but are either networking opportunities or ways to, grow the firm. I went to an awards dinner like 2 months ago for a trustee. He's a nice trustee. He's a good guy. I like him. I think he's a friend. I don't normally go to these things, but at the same time, it's like, okay, well, I really should start to like network more and kind of get out there more. It's something I didn't do a lot in the past. So I understand why. Now, bringing 40 people into your house, that's kind of fucked up. I understand it's his house too. And if that were the only issue here, I would side with her. But it's not. She goes on this rambling diatribe of poor fucking me, and she has nannies helping her throughout the day. I don't know what kind of fucking mental illness requires that you only sleep during certain times of the day. I feel like it's a little bit intentional. I think it's at night. Well, in other words, right? She's saying like I have a mental condition that requires that my sleep schedule be no.
She prioritizes her sleep.
I understand because it's a mental condition.
Because the postpartum period. That's
okay, whatever. Okay, so I feel like she's trying to justify her position a bit more unnecessarily.
She explained that because she says she has to do that in order. She has to put her sleep aside so that he could get good sleep.
Oh, I know. Poor Shugums. And when he wakes up and goes to his laptop and closes the door and does his work, and she can sleep in that extra hour because nannies are fucking, making their breakfast.
She actually explained why she hired a nanny.
Okay, I don't need to know. I know why she hired a fucking nanny because she doesn't want to do it.
No, because she also works and she's had a nanny from before.
Let me ask her a question.
She says she's the breadwinner here.
I understand.
She makes triple of what he actually makes.
I know triple. I get it. Let me ask a question. Okay. Most people, anybody that knows me personally knows that I'm very close with my family.
Right.
One of my aunts especially. Okay. Right. My Aunt Miriam had 8 children.
Jeez.
Okay. Worked a full fucking day in the house all day, caring for all the kids, cooking, cleaning, everything. No fucking nanny, no support, no nothing. And by the way, she's one of millions of women that went through and did all that before it became trendy to like get a live-in and a nanny and the fucking, soda fountains and all that whatever bullshit you put in your house. So just suck it the fuck up, be a good wife, be a mom, okay? That's it. Now, the whole thing with Jamaica and all that, I get it. That's a little off-putting, okay? I'm not like 1,000% behind the guy. Again, I just think that she might be feeling a little overwhelmed or a little headachy. 2 kids under 2 years old. I get it. It's not always easy, but you know what? In the future, either make your man put a rubber on or fucking deal with it. Okay? That's all. That's what I got to say about that.
All right. Well, my take, not only because we're doing this as a devil's advocate.
I have a feeling this is real, but go ahead.
I strongly disagree with you. Postpartum depression is real, and it's the cause of many women's suicide for that. And I think how she's saying, like, if she doesn't get sleep, she'll get. I've heard many people actually say that. I do think her husband's being an asshole. I don't even think he's just an asshole. I think he's a dick. He sees that she's struggling with her postpartum depression, and he doesn't give a fuck about that. He obviously didn't care when he invited 40-something people into the house.
Maybe he thought that was going to cheer her up.
Why would that cheer her up?
Have socialized activity, friends over, people.
But she doesn't want people over.
I understand, but I'm saying maybe he thought.
Well, then he doesn't know her.
No. Okay. You got to take it down a notch. I understand you're cranky today, but all I'm trying to say is.
No, I'm not cranky. I'm just saying, I feel like he's a real asshole here. Like, this is just how I feel. I feel like when a baby is born, especially the first couple of months, I feel like both parents should be very attentive to that child. I feel like both parents, especially like the father as well, because I feel like even before, fathers are used to just, oh, well, that's your job.
Okay.
That's your job.
The post does not say he does nothing.
That's true. But he does it being cranky and complaining.
So what? So is she. Was she just cranked and complained to the fucking Reddit community in this long, obnoxious fucking post? Okay, so yes, people get tired and cranky when they're up every 2 hours.
Well, he doesn't. No. He only gets mad when he has to wake up in the morning. And
honey, let me tell you.
That's what she said.
I went through this 3 times. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's not about who wakes up.
Yeah.
To feed the kid or burp the kid or change the kid.
You wake
Everybody wakes up.
Yeah.
Okay, just because you don't get out of bed doesn't mean your sleep wasn't interrupted.
Yeah.
Okay, so this idea that he just sleeps it off and he stays in bed and he doesn't. No, I think that this is her. She's just acting childish and butthurt. Okay, grow the fuck up. Take on your role as a mom and stop going to Reddit for your fucking advice.
And he should take his role as dad, and he can cut out at least once or twice.
Okay, fine.
Month.
Dad,
not going out.
Go out one night, less night.
There
just
you go.
This way we make Karina happy. Otherwise, I got your back.
Next one. If I'm overreacting about my husband saying that I could lose weight.
Fuck.
His face. I'm currently 23 weeks pregnant with our second child. My husband came home and was going to help me finish away putting laundry. I had a basket set aside, which I asked him not to put away because they are the first jeans I had before my first baby. These are the sizes from 00 to 2 that I know I won't ever fit into again. He told me that I didn't need to get rid of them because I could definitely just fit into them again someday. I told him after 2 babies, I didn't think that my pre-second baby size 6 would fit into those 0s or the 2s. And I didn't think I needed to hold on to them to remember that. My hips and ribs and everything are different now since I had my child. His response was, well, that's not true because you gained weight. So when you lose it, you'll just go back. Your body will be the same if you just tried hard enough. I lost it. Nothing he said has ever hurt me that way. I'm not saying I won't lose weight because after I would like to. For reference, pre-babies, my heaviest was about 120, 125. Post first baby, I couldn't really get under 133, which I'm okay with. I made a human, but hearing him say, well, if you just tried hard enough, you could still be a mother to your children and lose the weight. He's saying that me taking it that way is my own problem and that he's being supportive by saying that I could be the size of high school me if I wanted to. That I'm just out to make him out to be the bad guy. To me, he was saying that I just didn't try hard enough to lose the weight. Am I the asshole for being upset about this? This could go either way, honestly.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Siri, flip a coin. It's tails.
Again? 3 in a row?
Got another
I should go to Vegas. Just like keep betting like red or whatever. Right? Well, I could do a whole bit about this. Right? But you know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like she's a biggin. Okay? And it also sounds like a little bit of laziness.
Yeah.
Now,
I don't think he meant her wrong either.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He might have been trying in a weird way to like motivate her.
Maybe.
Right? And like, oh, these are your skinny jeans. You'll get back there one day. You can do it. And maybe the way he does that comes across really douchey. I also can tell you that I know men that themselves are quite big, but cannot tolerate it if their wives gain weight.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen a lot of TikTok videos like that.
I'm just saying, okay,
yeah.
It's not exactly fair. I also know of women that, and I'm going to be very honest, I'm going to out my sister-in-law. Like my sister-in-law, Erin, does not and did not want my brother Josh to lose too much weight. She likes him bigger and cuddly, right? My brother and I are both on the larger side. We're both kind of bigger guys. We've both lost a lot of weight in the last like 6 months to a year. But I will tell you that was a interesting sort of debate they were having at one point. She didn't want him to lose too much weight. I get that. So and I'm very excited because honestly, it is kind of our time now. Like dad bods are in. Like that's me. I got a beard, I got tats, and I got a dad bod, right?
And he wears glasses.
And I wear when I read. But I say, line up, ladies. Oh, and I'm a lawyer, by the way. Right?
And
I'm an educated professional. I know. But having said all that, look, I get to like when my ex gave birth, okay, and she put on all those baby pounds. I remember like I sat down with him like, look, I'm gonna give you like 2 weeks.
Here.
Okay, I understand what you think you went through something tough. Okay, I'm gonna give you like 2 weeks, and then you need to take your baby fat ass back on the treadmill, right, and get back to like pre-baby weight. And look, because everybody's kind of got what they want, right? I mean, that's the whole point. So, having said all that, I I really do think this was meant to be motivational, and I think if she looks at it that way, she may not be as angry. Yeah. Right? It doesn't sound like he was saying if you don't,
you fat bitch, go get it.
Right, or if you don't drop below 120, you could forget seeing, my Willie ever again. Like, it's not like he said that.
He just said maybe, you just gotta try a little harder.
Right, you could get there, and maybe he thought that's what she wants.
Maybe he thought he was like, maybe she wants motivation.
Right, maybe so he thought he was trying to be like supportive in a way. Like, no, girl, you could do it. You can just walk a little more and, cut out, fucking bread or whatever he's going to say to her. So is he the asshole? Yes, but by technicality. Okay. Like, I don't think he meant to be, but I think it came across kind of douchey. But I also, again, I understand.
Yeah.
Look, baby weight's real. Okay.
Duh. You're eating a lot.
No, but I'm just saying, look, some women, I hate to say this, they use that as an excuse to just fucking gorge. Okay, and they just eat whatever they fucking want. Yeah. And they let themselves go.
Which is also really bad for the baby.
Yeah, and by the way, if I didn't marry you when you were fat and sloppy before, it's because I didn't want you that way. I'm just saying, okay? Nobody wants a big, messy fucking eater as a wife. Yeah. Right? And I understand babies add weight, but it's not impossible. You know how many people have had 2 or 3 kids that look fucking amazing these days? You know why? Because they care about their bodies, about their image. Men don't have that same... Some men are very into the way they look, and these are the guys that like take selfies of their abs at the gym and like post them, shit like that.
Okay. The gym bros.
Yes, but a lot of men are just not like that. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're not about how we look. We only care how you look. I'm serious. That's not fair. It's not a question of fair enough. It's just reality.
I know.
Okay, so you know what, bitch? Put down the fucking Twinkie. Get on the treadmill. Make your man happy.
She's not big though. She's 5'6".
Man,
she's not big.
When you went from a 0 to 2 to 6, that's triple.
It's not big, though.
That's triple. It's
not big, though.
I don't know. I don't know women's sizes, but I'm just saying. Maybe he likes them like closer to 0-1, whatever. If that's the case,
skinny. Like 00 is like skinny.
It's so if he likes his wife's body to be that of like a 9-year-old boy, that's a different kind of problem.
Yeah, because that's 00 is like what I'm telling you. 00 is like skinny.
Yeah, that might be
the skinniest jeans you could ever get.
Yeah, that might be a weird fetish.
That's what I'm just saying.
Okay, I
was like 6 isn't that bad actually, but 00 is insane.
Honestly, I take that back. I don't really know sizes, so I didn't realize. Like maybe he wants her to look like a 9-year-old boy. If that's the case,
00 is like if you're under like 90, 80 pounds, maybe.
Yeah. That's not attractive to me. Like look, a woman should have curves.
Yeah.
They should have, their bodies are naturally designed. Not everybody's blessed with that. I get it. But honestly, I really do. It does sound like he was just trying to be, like motivational in a way. So
I do believe he was trying. He wasn't coming from a bad place, but I got to go defend her now, I guess, because I got the other side of the stick.
Yes, you do. Have fun with that.
Okay. This is the only thing I could think of. He probably shouldn't have made this comment to his 23-week pregnant wife. You don't say that to someone who's currently pregnant. She's already pregnant. She has the pregnancy hormones. You could have not meant it that way, but pregnancy brain is real. And I've seen women just go crazy over comments that you never should have been taken that way. But it's not her fault. She has a baby.
Well, that's a fair point.
So I genuinely feel like that's what happened. I really feel like he meant it from like a good place. Like, well, like the comments you make to your friends, you might if you just try harder, like you'll be all right. I don't think he meant it as you fat cow bitch.
No,
go get in the gym.
It doesn't sound like it. But by the way, he forgot the most important fundamental rule. The women are always crazy. It just depends on when you catch them.
Exactly.
Like, there's always a crazy fucking moment. You just never know when it's going to be. That's part of the craziness. Mm-hmm. Right? You can walk in, have the best fucking day of your life, come into like some kind of weird animosity. You have no idea why. They'll never tell you why. Then they'll get really mad that you don't know why. Even though when you left in the morning, it was a kiss goodbye and see you tonight. Fine. And then something fucking happened between like 7 a.m. and 6:30 p.m. when you get home and you have no idea what it is.
It could have been a dream of you cheating on her.
Whatever it is, okay? And there you go. So I premise all of that. Take it all with a grain of salt. Buddy, you may be completely fine. She just may have had a reaction.
Like I said, she's pregnant, pregnancy brain.
No, but I'm saying women are crazy anyway.
Exactly. That is true.
Straight up.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, next one. You're going to laugh at this one.
All right.
Am I the asshole for secretly eating takeout food my pregnant wife cannot eat because she has gestational diabetes? I didn't know that was a thing.
I got such a funny story about this. Go ahead.
My wife, 34 female, and I, 35 male, have been married for 10 years, and we've been together for 15. She is 7 months pregnant and has gestational diabetes, which has been very, very hard on her. And by extension, very hard on me too, and our relationship. Her doctor has strictly recommended she follow a strict diet. That means no sugar or no high-calorie foods such as Alfredo sauce, pizza, everything she likes. Naturally, she's just been very, very upset because she has cravings, but she can't even eat them. She has gotten sick of all the alternatives suggested to her and would start sobbing sometimes when we go outside because she sees all these food places and realizes she can't have what she wants. I really feel for her. I really do. Our relationship started to break down a little when she started taking her anger out on me. My offense? Ordering the things I like to eat, like cookies, cheese, and frozen snacks. We get our groceries delivered to us. But just like any other person does, I just ordered my stuff. She was extremely mad at me for being able to enjoy eating these things and made me feel guilty about eating stuff that she craves. My breaking point was when she angry cried over the fact that I brought home a box of donuts that I received from my office on my birthday. I was sick of her behavior and the constant policing of my food intake in our home that I, in no uncertain terms, made it very clear that she cannot punish me for a health problem she has, and that this is my house too, and I will eat and drink whatever the fuck I want to, whenever I please. We had a bad argument that day, and I uttered divorce. That seemed to really shake us, so we did a couple sessions of marital counseling. To keep it short, our therapist held her accountable and shared that it was unfair on me to be receiving the end of her emotional distress. However, she also emphasized that my wife is probably feeling unsupported too, and I could try to be a little bit more discreet and to make healthier meals together, and it would be great for the both of us. Since my wife cannot make up for excess blood sugar, she has by working out a lot. She is chubby and has bad knees, and I can see why she feels helpless. He didn't have to comment that, but as a solution, we decided to stock up the forbidden foods in a second fridge we have in the drawing room of our home that we use to store drinks and guest snacks. It's better when reminders of the things she craves can't be seen in the common fridge. This also means I can never order takeout at home, and sometimes I miss doing that while watching Netflix. I missed having the occasional pasta dish at Cheesecake Factory or McDonald's, so sometimes when I drive home from work, I eat in my car, keeping the therapist reminder of her triggers in mind, because I know that my wife, knowing that I ate stuff, will make her mad. Yesterday, though, I took my wife on a long drive, and she found the receipt of a Cheesecake Factory on the floor. At the moment when she found it, she started sobbing and wouldn't talk to me. She is now pissed at me and feels like I have betrayed her. I think she's overreacting, and I don't think I'm wrong, since 80% of the meals I have in a week are with her. I try to have takeouts without her on Fridays mostly. Am I the asshole here?
All right, Siri, flip a coin. By the way, just so the audience understands, I pre-selected tails all the time. So every time she does it and Siri says tails, that's because Siri knows who the fucking boss is.
Okay.
Even without knowing me, Siri
flip
knows.
A coin. Tails.
4 in a row.
There's no way. Siri's always going to pick tails, apparently.
Or Siri knows who your daddy is.
No.
Right?
Siri,
damn, bam.
Siri hates me.
That just happened.
Siri hates me.
Okay.
All right.
So
what side are you taking?
Okay. Well, honestly, this probably isn't going to be a huge surprise. I kind of take his side on this now, but only, I should say this, only because after hearing all the things he did
to
try to, right. And then this kind of pops up like out of nowhere. Yeah. Well, it wasn't an accident that he got himself Cheesecake Factory in the car. Right. Well, but my point is, I feel like she might be taking this a bit too far. I understand that she's got these health issues and bad knees and all that. And clearly she's kind of a porker, right? Cause she's heavy and fatty or whatever. And,
heavy with fat.
You know what I mean? And getting her pregnant probably wasn't the best thing for that. But having said all that, the fact that he even went to counseling over this with her, and they made these compromises, and he's right. That to me really does show that he cares and he is concerned with how she feels. And that was a pretty reasonable compromise. The fact that he didn't bring it home and eat it in front of her, he just ate it in the car, didn't say anything, never brought it up. What more do you want the fucking guy to do? That's what I'm saying. You're right. What's the alternative? To just never indulge again on like the food he likes? And for some people, that wouldn't matter. Okay. Honestly, like some people, like they don't give a shit. They can eat anything anywhere. Like, like I literally know a person that honestly, like doesn't even pay attention to what they eat. Just put it in front of him. He'll eat it because he's hungry. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Right. I am very different than that. I'm much more of a foodie. I like certain things. I like what I like. And I will tell you, okay, when I first married my ex, I was 275 pounds, somewhere around that range. Mm-hmm. And she put me on a diet immediately. And I was on the same diet for like 20 years, up until we separated and started divorcing. But
I think that's just her nature because of what she does.
Yeah, but the point is, she used to pack my lunch every day for when I would go to work. Okay, she would make me a dry turkey sandwich and an apple and a bottle of water sometimes, and that was
what a preschool lunch.
Right. Not even that, because preschoolers get the fucking Ziplocs with chips or something.
They do. And
I didn't get any of that. Okay, I didn't get any of that. I got dry wheat toast. But she would toast the bread and then put it in the fridge.
Toast.
Yeah, with a little bit of mustard, and that's it. No pickles, no lettuce. And I could have, I guess, had lettuce, but whatever. And an apple. All right. So every morning I would take my lunch out of the fridge. She expected you to
eat that. That's the crazy. I've heard this story before, but that's so crazy to me. She expected you to eat that and be full.
Yes. No, I don't even think she expected me to be full. She just expected that I would have the willpower to not eat more. Right. And so every morning I would take my lunch out of the fridge and I would get to my car and I would throw it away and I would just get lunch at, McDonald's or wherever I would get lunch close to where I worked at the time, 20 some years ago. And after about 3 weeks, I think she noticed that I hadn't lost a pound. And so one morning or one night before I went to sleep, or before she went to sleep, she packed my lunch and she did a little trick where she put salami in the sandwich instead of turkey. Right? And whatever. And I didn't pay attention. I didn't look. So I get the next morning, I take the lunch, I throw it away and go about my day. Needless to say, when I got home, she asked me, like, well, how was lunch today? Fine, like any other day. Like, I didn't know. So I got busted.
Yeah.
But the whole point is that really can only take so many things away from someone. Yeah. Right? We're all different. Food is important to me. I like good meals. I like eating what I like. Mm-hmm. I know that it's not always the healthiest. I try to balance somewhat. I've been on this Ozempic because I also had type 2 diabetes. So I've been on Ozempic for a long time. I lost a lot of weight. I think almost 50 pounds on Ozempic.
I'm glad you said that because if not, they would have thought you were one of these celebrities taking Ozempic.
No. Yes. It really was for the diabetes. Yeah. Just an ancillary benefit was a weight loss. And I'm at like 220 now, which is I haven't been this low down to this weight in years. But anyway, but the point is but I still have my cravings. Right? I still get, Honey's kettle fried chicken every now and then. We get a pizza for the office sometimes, or we'll have like barbecue and, brisket and mac and cheese and stuff I like. Tacos, right, whatever. Like, but it's not every day. It's not so much in excess anymore. And I don't really eat much at night, mostly because the Ozempic really curbs my appetite. Yeah. So by the time I get home, it's like I just only feel like eating. But the point is, for a lot of people, food is a big deal, right? And I'm one of those people. I'm with it. I want to have enjoyable meals. I want to go places like I'm that guy. I will spend $500 on a dinner if I think it's really good. I will be mad. You spent a lot
on three of those cheesesteaks the other day too.
Yeah, remember those? Or like $30 sandwiches. Yeah. They were so fucking good. They were. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not afraid to do that if I know it's worth it to me. If I'm going to like it.
I love food. I love going out and looking at new restaurants, trying new food. I get that. Yeah.
So, and this is the fundamental difference between me and Karina. I love food. I don't love new food. I like what I like.
I like trying new food.
Yeah, I say I have a very simple palate. I know I get made fun of all the time. Everybody says I'm so fucking picky. Fuck off. I'm not picky. I just like the things I like. And what I happen to like are basic things. I like meat. I like potatoes. I like fried chicken. I like carbs. I like bread.
You're like the bougie version of the girls who only order chicken tenders.
Yeah, I don't want fucking like arugula sprinkled in fucking things. I don't want shallots. And I don't want any. I'm saying I don't want any of that. Okay, I just want I want the male version of shepherd's pie every day. I want potatoes and meat, and I can stomach a veggie here and there. But that's me. That's what I'm saying. I like steak. I like burgers. I like beef more than anything else. I like beef, lamb, chicken, and turkey. I don't eat any fish.
He loves potatoes.
Yeah,
in any form.
Yeah, I do. Okay, but my point is, I don't think he's the asshole for that. Again, I was going to say he was until
he explained
right
the hoops,
all the hoops he jumped through, in all the ways he's trying to be respectful of her boundaries and issues while not isolating himself from the things that he also enjoys. So yeah, for all those reasons, I think that he's not, again, he's not the asshole, but I don't want to call her an asshole. You're probably right. Look, I know personally also, I have a hard time. If you put something I like in front of me, I'm going to eat it, even if I shouldn't. I have a little bit of a sweet tooth now and then. I know I'm not supposed to eat sugary things, but sometimes we'll get those cookies, or, I'll have like some kind of, licorice or something. Yeah. And I usually, or I'll just take one, or I'll take a bite and I'll give like Jennifer the other half, or I'll throw it, whatever. But I get that, it's hard. So I know for her, it's probably hard too, especially if he has a ton of shit. Like my brother, Josh, he has a whole fucking cabinet of his snacks that he keeps. I'm serious. And they're all like king size candy bars. I mean, like big stuff. He waits and he goes to sleep, he eats them in bed. Right. But I'm just saying like that, we all have those little, our weaknesses. And, and by the way, sister, let me tell you, you should be grateful that his weakness isn't like pussy and he's not out trying to get some somewhere else. Okay. If his fucking weakness is like pasta and Alfredo sauce, just fucking be grateful.
He didn't even want that great of pasta. He wanted Cheesecake Factory pasta.
I'm just saying, right. Be fucking grateful that this is the extent that he lets you down by just doing this away from you so that you don't have to be tempted. You actually have a pretty good man there. He goes to therapy with you over this, counseling. Are you fucking kidding me?
Fridge to even put his snacks in.
And you know what? You know what I would be thinking this whole time? If I had to go to therapy over this, all I would be thinking is the amount that I just paid that therapist.
How much food I could have.
That's right. How much like the fucking snacks and good meals I could have had. So yeah, I now the more I think about it, I'm getting really triggered.
Well,
fuck her.
I'm gonna go defend her.
No, fuck her. Good luck. There is no defense. You fucking ungrateful cunt. What? I mean, look what this guy is doing. He's literally eating it quickly in his fucking car. I've done that. Okay, I've done that because I can't bring shit home that I like. I used to get in trouble. I get yelled at. So yes, I would go to the Carl's drive-thru and I would get that double Western bacon, whatever. I'd fucking scarf it down to my car and have the fucking heartburn, right? And the gas and all that stuff because I couldn't eat like a normal fucking adult because you have a cunty bitch at home who gets mad at you for eating what you want. You know what? Fuck her.
Okay. Well, now I gotta
good luck with that.
Okay. The way I'm gonna take this is
you vile cunt.
I also have stomach issues. We all know. Well, you guys don't, but now you do. I am also on a diet where I can't have certain things because I will throw them up. And I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning, it was really hard. Like I used to cry about that shit when I used to get home, just because like I could see my family eating what I couldn't eat, and it's frustrating, So I get her frustration, but at no point did I ever tell anybody, you can't eat that because I can't eat that. Like, as long as, I had something I could eat, like, yeah, it could have been bland. It could have just been chicken every day. I was fine with that because it was like, it's not their fault. That's where she was wrong. She's fine to be frustrated. You can be frustrated. You can be angry. You can cry about it because I did all three of that with but I never wanted someone to hide their food from me. Like, I feel like that's where I can't defend that. Your problem is not his problem. That's the one thing I can't. So I can defend her for saying, it's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to be upset. And she can cry about it and throw her tantrums when she sees the food. Because I've done it. But you can't force your husband to not eat this food. So
that's what I'm saying. I mean,
that's all I really could defend.
Yeah. Again, putting it all into context, especially if the guy goes to counseling, accepts this issue, goes out of his way to make this easier.
Puts the food in a different room.
Right. And then eats in his fucking car. And then all you see is the receipt. It'd be one thing if he left like the takeout trays and like you'd see like the leftover Alfredo sauce. Right.
You can smell it in the car.
The fucking receipt fell in his car. Give me a fucking break.
All right. Next one. This one was funny to me. Am I the asshole for refusing to switch barber shops? This whole thing is fucking stupid, but my 25 male girlfriend, 26 female, is a fan of this stuff and thinks I should ask the internet strangers about it and see if she's right. I'm Hispanic. She, MJ, is white. My cousin, Miles, is half Hispanic and half black. Okay.
Huh.
Miles got married the previous weekend, and I went back to the old neighborhood to go to my barber to get cleaned up for it. This is a black barbershop, and I've been going since Miles brought me when I was 4 or 5. And I have been going whenever I need a cut. They know me. I know them. I haven't gotten a cut in years because I found out how naturally curly my hair is during COVID and decided to keep it long. MJ went with me when I went to get a shape up and a shave. While there, I was joking and laughing with them and even tried to make MJ feel at home, but I noticed that she had this look on her face whenever I looked up at her at the mirror, but she said nothing about it. After hanging out with Miles and his wife for a couple of hours, we went home and she brought it up and came to the conclusion that I'm appropriating their culture and should switch my barber. I said no for the reason above, and I doubt they care if I'm appropriating their culture, since it puts money in their pockets. She then said it doesn't matter because we need to respect it. I told her it's not happening and to drop it. She told her friends, and they also think I should switch too. I'd like to say they're all also white. It's fucking stupid, but am I the asshole for not switching barbershops? Let's flip this coin.
Oh dear.
Siri, heads or tails? Heads.
All right.
Figure out how to defend her. But
while
I talk.
All right, I'll try.
Okay. I think the issue here is that she's not understanding that he grew up in this neighborhood. I'm pretty sure I'm Hispanic. I grew up in Crenshaw. I am from the ghetto. I am. So I think this is what's happening here. And I think her being in the ghetto for the first time and seeing him interact, I think as a society have came that everything is appropriation of culture. And some things I'll agree. Yeah, some things we probably shouldn't do. Some things are not. This is not. A black barbershop, if you've ever been in one, I'm not sure. It's an ambiance, which is very, nice. Everyone's gossiping. Everyone's talking about something.
I've seen the movie.
It's kind of like that. Yeah. There's the old guy sitting and just.
Yeah, Ice Cube or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. It's like that. It's literally the same thing. If he goes there, he's from there. He's also Hispanic. I would also like to say the browns and the blacks, we get along more than any other race, honestly. So I just feel like she doesn't see it that way because she sees it from her point of view that she's white. And she feels like her being there, that might have been appropriating the culture. Or her taking it in because she sees it from her viewpoint. She feels like if she would do that, that would be appropriating the culture. But I also feel like it's important to take into account that he grew up there. It's like Eminem. Eminem's not appropriating the culture. He just grew up in the slums. And he started rapping and no one gets mad at him for whatever. It's him. It's Eminem. He raps. So I feel like it's the same thing here. I just think she doesn't understand it because where she comes from, what the internet has came to today.
Wow. Okay. Well, this is not going to be that easy, but I guess what I would suggest is more and more it has been coming to the forefront as far as a societal issue. Mm-hmm. The idea that there's such a thing as cultural misappropriation, I think, is foolish. In that all of America is based on, to some extent, diverse cultures, right? Yeah. Send us, you're tired, you're weak, you're hungry, right? That whole thing. We'll make a better life for everybody. Okay.
It's a melting pot.
Right. And there is something to what you said or what they said about putting money in their pockets. It's not, I mean, that's kind of a crude way to say it, but basically what they're doing is they're supporting local businesses by doing that. Right.
It's probably a mom and pop barbershop.
Right. And what I'm saying is like Supercuts doesn't need the extra person one way or another, like these chains, Fantastic Sam's or whatever, or these barbers that rent out the little space in a more established, like the Mr. Scissors places. If this is really a local neighborhood spot, then I get it. But in trying to defend her, maybe her position is, well, because this is a local neighborhood spot, you need to be respectful of that. Yeah. Right. And not just sort of bully in or muscle in on this. Like you're not really welcome, but you're probably right in that she doesn't feel welcome.
Yeah.
Right. And she might have gotten a few looks here and there, without her realizing.
White people really aren't, taken into.
Yeah. Warmly. That's what I'm saying. I get it. Like, Right. I get it. And maybe her saying that was really directed at herself. Right, where she was made to feel uncomfortable. She felt uncomfortable because it doesn't sound like anybody even said anything to her.
No,
she was just probably there. They might have given her a look like, "Oh,
like what's this white girl doing here?" But yeah,
bitch, you get lost, right? You take a wrong turn.
That's actually what we said.
Well, I'm saying, yeah, okay.
My dad's favorite saying was, "Oh, look, it's snowing."
Yes, but having said all that, the other thing too, and again, it's not. I mean, is she the asshole still? Yeah, it's hard to defend, but I'm just saying, but at the end of the day, it's really still just a haircut. And if he hadn't been there in so long anyway, is he really giving anything up? So sometimes, look, I've attested to this a million times. Sometimes you just do things to make the other person happy, especially if it's not that big of a sacrifice.
Yeah.
If he had been going to this barbershop for years and years, every 3 or 4 weeks or every 6 weeks, okay, but he hadn't been there in several years, let his hair grow out, whatever, clearly didn't give a fuck. It wasn't that important to him. So there we are.
Well, he does go when he needs a cut. He's just been letting it grow. That's the
But I'm saying it wasn't that,
Yeah, it wasn't that.
All right. And if it's just a haircut, if you really care and if this is clearly an issue for her, I mean, maybe just find a different place to get your haircut. Is that big of a deal? Or here's a better idea. Just leave her fucking home.
That too.
Just don't take her with you. Just be like, I'm going to go get my haircut. I'm not going to tell you where. Or lie. I'm going to Supercuts. You're going to be bored. Don't come with me.
Exactly.
And then just go do your thing. Sounds like they were hanging out with their friend more. And that was maybe the other reason they were there, because they were all hanging out together.
His cousin. Yeah.
His cousin. Right. But other than that, I mean, just don't fucking include her.
Yeah, that's what I was also thinking. And how you were saying, like, just go to another one. Some guys are really picking their barbers. I see my brother. My brother would never cheat on his barber with another guy. So it also depends how much he actually feels like this barber knows how to do his job. That's like me with my nail lady. I would never go to another nail lady because, so that also might play a part in that. But like you said, just don't take her. That's the solution to this. Just don't take her next time. So.
I'm with you on that. Yeah, exactly. Just go get your haircut. You don't need to bring your fucking wife to get your haircut.
Exactly. No.
Unless she tells you how to get it cut.
Yeah.
You know how like when you're like
she pays for it, I guess.
Like when your mom takes you when you're a kid.
Not too much here, not too much.
Right.
There.
Just do it this way, and like you're like sitting there like it's my fucking hair, but like and it's like the worst looking haircut you've ever had in your life.
Literally.
Yeah.
All right.
Next one? Yeah.
Title is: Am I the asshole for using my boyfriend's roommate's insulin?
Okay.
I, 18 female, am a type 1 diabetic, so I always need to keep insulin pens on me. However, a week ago, I was at my boyfriend's apartment and noticed my blood sugar was roughly at 400 milligrams /DL. I'm not sure what those terms, but.
Well, if his sugar was in the 400s, it's very, very high.
Okay. She was saying it's extremely high for me.
It's for anybody, because your normal, like, morning blood sugar, if you're fasting, is like under 100, 90 to 100.
Okay.
That's like, even after you eat a heavy meal with a lot of carbs, it shouldn't spike that high.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So, yeah, she's definitely having an issue.
I went to grab my insulin to correct it when I realized I must have ran out last time and I forgot to pack more. I was about to call an Uber home since I don't like driving while I have high blood sugar when my boyfriend suggested to use his roommate's. His roommate, 22 male's insulin. He showed me where his roommate keeps it in his fridge, and luckily it was the same type that I used. I suggested my boyfriend texted his roommate to check if it was all right, but after 10 minutes of no response, I just decided to go ahead and take the 10 units of his insulin. This helped my blood sugar go down, and once it reached a good level, I drove home. The next day, I got a call from my boyfriend who told me his roommate is furious at me for using his insulin. Apparently, he responded to my boyfriend's message 3 hours later saying to absolutely not let me use his insulin. My boyfriend responded, sorry, but he already let me use it since it was quite emergent. This morning, my boyfriend and his roommate got in a massive fight in which roommate apparently said that I'm banned from their apartment and that I need to buy him a whole new vial of insulin, which is crazy because a vial contains 1,000 units of insulin. I only used 10. My boyfriend told his roommate that I would be happy to give him the 10 units back, but his roommate said that that wasn't good enough for him. My boyfriend also refused to ban me from their apartment, so now his roommate is moving out and my boyfriend needs to find a new apartment since he can't afford the rent by himself. My boyfriend is not mad at me, but I can't help feel really bad. I feel like I've caused the situation. So Reddit, am I the asshole this time? All right, let's flip this coin.
All right, you might get us 2 in a row.
Siri, heads or tails? Tails. Got it. Who are you defending?
I'm defending
the roommate or the girl?
No, the girl.
The girl?
Yes, the girl.
Damn, I wanted to defend her. Huh? I wanted to defend her.
You want to defend her?
No, I'm just saying, it's okay. I was just saying it was easier to defend her.
Well, I could defend the roommate if it makes you happy.
Go ahead, the girl. No, go ahead.
No, look, when you're in a medical emergency, you have 2 choices, right? In this case, she could have found an urgent care or an ER. They may not have insurance. They may not have the money for that. I mean, those aren't cheap, especially if you need an emergency dose of insulin. Mm-hmm. The higher your blood sugar is and the longer it stays that way, the more damaging it can become. Yep. You can go into a diabetic coma. You can go into diabetic shock. You can pass out. I know this because I'm a diabetic.
Yeah, exactly.
So sometimes you just have to make a judgment call. Mm-hmm. While I understand the technical difference, it's almost like when your blood sugar drops super low and you just quickly grab a piece of candy or drink some orange juice because you have to get that balance.
Yeah.
When I first started the Ozempic, I was still taking my other blood sugar medication. And I remember my sugar dropped like 55 one time out of nowhere. And I just quickly had to grab like an orange out of the fridge, just something, right? Because we didn't have, of course, my ex-wife, we didn't have any like sugary food in the house. So I had that, but thank goodness for that. So the point is these things happen sometimes. And
it's no one's fault.
And by the way, if she's using insulin, she's a type 1 diabetic. Because type 2,
she said, yeah,
because I'm type 2, so I can manage it with different medications. And type 1 is much more severe. And the fact that you need insulin, and it's not, again, and normally you don't walk around carrying your insulin, around with you. I know one or two people that have like insulin pumps that are like kind of connected to them.
Oh, okay. She says she keeps the pens on her.
Yeah. So that's like almost like an EpiPen. You can have an insulin pen. Mm-hmm. I get that. And maybe she just didn't have one or whatever.
She says she forgot to just pack another one in the back.
Yeah, I remember. I'm saying, in other words, it was a very innocent mistake.
Yeah.
The amount of insulin at issue shouldn't even be an issue. Unless this was the guy's last fucking drop and he himself would go into some kind of problem.
Exactly.
His reaction is way overreaction.
And like she said, I'll give you back the 10. I have it at home.
It's not even about that.
Yeah.
She just said that because what else do you say? It's not like you're going to flush 10 milliliters or 10 whatever units.
Exactly.
And somehow figure out a way to transport it or give him one of your pens. You don't know. The bottom line is she was in medical distress. She didn't have a choice. She wasn't comfortable, but her boyfriend, your roommate, said had nothing to do with her as far as that goes. Mm-hmm. I think the moving out is an overreaction. It's not like he, took your fucking cash and gambled it on like the horse races and like, sorry, right? I'll pay you back one day. Mm-hmm. This literally could have saved her life. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't think she's the asshole at all. I think that he is. The roommate is. I don't think she's the asshole either. I know. It's not even a tough one to be honest.
Shit, maybe he was planning to go out the country next week and now he doesn't have what he needed. I don't know, maybe.
I don't know.
That's the only reason I could see it, that he needed it. Like he was going out of town and he just needed his insulin like in that amount, or he was planning to do something where he wouldn't be able to go, or he lost health care or something.
Yeah, I get that.
That's the only way I could defend it.
Yeah, I get that. If he was about to go on a 2-week vacation and now he'd be short. But by the way, 10 units out of 1,000, I don't know how much his daily dose is or whatever, but it just sounds like he had it in bulk. Again, with Kaiser, if I order my meds, I get more than just like enough for a week.
Yeah.
Even Ozempic, I get for like a month's worth at a time.
Yeah, usually that's what Kaiser does too.
Yeah, and I had that happen. Like the tip broke on one of the injectors, and I had to like replenish earlier. No, I was traveling last summer. I went on that cruise, and I just needed to make sure I had enough. Mm-hmm. So I told them like, hey, I'm only 2 weeks in, but I'm going away soon, and they let me order early, and no problem.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was that. I just think that this sounds like it sounds like two things. One, it definitely sounds like an overreaction. Mm-hmm. Two, the other thing it sounds like this guy has issues with people, like privacy or like his like belongings. Maybe he has boundary issues himself. Maybe their roommate relationship is more strict. Yeah. Like they each have like their own side. Right. Yeah. Like, doesn't mean they're enemies, but maybe they're just like kind of like got stuck together because they both needed like the financial help. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And if they live that kind of life where it's like, this is your half, that's my half.
Don't touch my shit. Right. I won't touch yours.
It never come in my room. I won't come in your room. Maybe it makes a little more sense of reaction. But if they were like, and banning the girlfriend
from the apartment, like,
no, that might be the one way where he might be almost right. Not that about the insulin, but it's difficult in that when you share an apartment and you're not a married couple, right? And you each kind of have equal rights to that.
And rules.
Right. You have to, do that. Mm-hmm. And so you'd have to look at it like if this was not his girlfriend, if this was just like a buddy and he did that, or the buddy wandered into the roommate's room to like look at a cool poster, right? Whatever. He'd be right to say, hey, that person's not welcome here anymore.
Yeah. Because you brought her in my room. I
don't know what you showed her. You violated my privacy.
Mm-hmm. I can agree with him there. Yeah.
So that's where, now again, I think it's an overreaction, but maybe he's right on that part. Maybe a little bit.
The only thing I can kind of say is maybe the type of insulin they take maybe is like always out of stock or something. Because I remember when I worked at Rite Aid, some insulin always like people would call and would be like, sorry, we just haven't had it in stock. We haven't had it in stock. So it could be that too. He's scared that one might
maybe.
But that's the only thing I can see.
That's possible. Yeah, that's possible. But again, when you have 1,000 units, and
you'll be
fine. 10,
exactly.
Yeah, chances are, even if there's a production shortage today, it'll recover. Because Ozempic had that for a while too. Mm-hmm. You couldn't get any, and like I remember I had to wait.
Well, yeah, because the Kardashians had all of them.
Yeah, I know. Well, listen, if they're trying to lose ass weight, they might need all of them.
They took all of them. So.
I'm saying they need it all for just to reduce the size of their asses and egos. I wish Ozempic worked on their bank accounts. I'd love to see a broke Kardashian. Honestly,
I would too.
You know what? That's the next reality show. Like when Kardashians went broke. and like how they live
and
now.
And they would go and get their money back up after that. They would go and cry on Hulu.
Yeah, they would. But I'm saying, like, I'd like to see them live like in a trailer park and just see what happens.
Me too.
But anyway.
All right, next one.
All right.
Title is, Am I the asshole for causing a scene at a kid's party?
That depends, I guess. Context.
The party in question is a gathering of kids from my daughter's preschool that became very close over the years, and the parents also became very close. We usually just hire catering and entertainment staff for the kids so they can keep in touch since now they all go to different schools.
Okay.
I've never met a people who bonded in preschool, but I guess.
Whatever.
This host this time invited one more couple that is not related to our group. There's a straight couple with 2 kids. I don't know why she felt the need to say all of that, but.
I don't know.
I, 31 female, am a mother to a child, 4 female, and thinking about having a second child. Me and my husband, 34 male, were commenting about it with the parents at the party. One of the parents of our group has 2 kids, and all the other ones are only children, and parents are older than us, so they don't really plan on having more kids. We were chatting about the pros and cons of having the second child, and the outside couple got into it, and the man said, I sabotaged her birth control pills so we could have the second baby. And I thought that he was joking, so I looked at the wife and said, what? She then proceeded to tell the group that he would throw away her birth control pills and gaslight her into thinking that she had it as her first child was only 3 months, she would just believe him because she was so tired throughout the days. The group was shocked. Except from the host that laughed and made some jokes, everyone else's jaw dropped. I couldn't help it. I said to the guy that what he had done was wrong. That wasn't funny or something to brag about. It was one of the most absurd things I've ever fucking heard. And the least a man would get from doing that, to me, is a divorce and a lawsuit. His wife responded to me that she got mad when he had first told her about it, but now she's glad that her kids get to grow up together and are so close in age. I kept saying that I found that very, very wrong. Some of the other couples agreed and said that it is insane to brag about that, and the host asked to change the subject, so we did. Later, after the party ended, the host sent a message to our group saying that I was incredibly rude to their friend and I should not have been so judgmental of others. Each couple has different opinions and dynamics, to which I replied that I would not just shut up in a conversation about women's autonomy of their own bodies. We live in Brazil, abortion is illegal here, and it shouldn't be normalized to just trick your wife into giving birth to a baby just because you wanted to. Am I the asshole for doing all of this at a kid's birthday party? Let's flip a coin.
Well, and then after we flip a coin, I'm sorry, I'm going to need the cliff notes on that. That was a long post, but okay.
Heads or tails? It's heads. Haha. Okay.
Look at you.
Right? I started asking you heads or tails because I felt like when I said flip a coin, it just kept, I don't know.
You know what? Let's test that theory. The next one, say flip a coin and see what happens. Okay. It's interesting.
Okay, so cliff notes on this is that basically they went to a kid's party and she was talking about how they're trying for a second child. And then this outside friend group they've never met, the guy basically said that he started throwing away her birth control pills and like telling her, no, you already took it. So she would get pregnant again, basically lying to her, which she did. And they were basically like, yeah, it's been great. Like now our kids are so close in age to each other. Like they're only, I think she said like a year apart.
Okay. I got it.
Yeah. So she made a fit about that, saying that was weird.
Okay.
So I guess I get to defend my side.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that was weird. I'm on her side. That's weird. Like, I mean, it sounds like she would have wanted a child anyways. I feel like he shouldn't have tricked her. That also doesn't really sound legal. Like, if you're sleeping with someone under the impression that you're taking birth control and the whole time they're throwing away your birth control pills and telling you took them, that sounds a little illegal. I don't know if it is or not, but I do think he was wrong for that.
I have to think about that. I don't know the legality of that of a married couple. I know, for example, it's an old law still in the books, but I know in California, for example, a spouse cannot be convicted of raping his wife.
Yeah.
But this is far different than that.
Yeah.
Right. But I guess this is like sex under false pretenses. But I don't know. Criminally or the legality of it, I'm not really sure.
Yeah. But it's wrong. I mean, I would be upset. What would he have done if she didn't want the kid and she aborted it? Like, well, I guess abortion is legal, they said, where they're at. But yeah, I stand with her. I mean, I probably wouldn't have made the scene at the kid's party, but I would have been like, that's weird as fuck. And you guys are both weird for that and accepting it. So that's the part where I think, we both can agree is that he's the outsider, right? He doesn't know these people. Probably just should have kept that to himself. Yeah.
You know, maybe he was just trying to be funny in a way and like, or maybe he and his wife had already talked this out.
Well, yeah, she said that she was mad in the beginning.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And like, since they don't have any animosity towards each other about it, they figure like whatever, you know, oh yeah, we're fine with it. We don't care now. It's over. So maybe that's why he felt comfortable enough. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's hard to defend that other than maybe he's saying maybe he really knew his wife better and he knew that she would be happy as can be, or he understood that it's better to have the kids closer together, makes it easier in the long run, and the siblings are closer. Maybe he himself had that with his own brothers or sisters, like they were closer in age.
Aren't those like, what do they call them? The twins, but it's like a different saying to them.
I don't know. My brother and I are 3 years apart.
No, but there's like a saying for babies that are born like the same year. I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of like very religious Jews do that. Like they just have kid after kid after kid. And I know like Catholics too, like they don't believe in birth control. So or at least hardcore ones. Yeah. Right. And I know there are a lot of people believe like, sex is just for procreation. And if that were the case, that this couple only had sex to procreate. I mean, I guess it's not because she was on birth control, but then I completely get where the guy would just lie. Yeah. I'm just like, look, if the only way I'm going to hit the skins is if you think it's baby making time, then fuck it. Like, yeah, let's just, but then even then you don't really have to lie. I mean, you just, because the whole thing is like she's on birth control to begin with. I don't know. It's an odd one. It's hard to defend it other than just to say maybe he just already knew how she would be. Yeah. He knows his wife better than anybody else. Who are these other people to judge them? Right? Yeah, it's a weird conversation topic. Like I wouldn't
just say that to people you don't know.
Right. It's kind of a weird icebreaker.
Her birth control pills, and now we have 2 kids.
Right. I mean, I'm saying, it's a weird sort of icebreaker, but honestly, I mean, who gives a shit? It's not their problem. It's not their life. It's not their kids. So, why react that way?
To his birthday party.
Yeah.
Like your birthday party.
Right. I mean, the kids don't care. They have their adult, their kid entertainers or whatever. They don't give a fuck.
All right, so we have 2 left, but do you just want to do one of them?
You do both.
Okay.
We'll try to, a little bit longer today, but I feel like we should because this episode, I don't know that it's really coming across like we thought it would.
Probably not.
It's okay, but that's the beauty of what
being on air and being live.
Well, then what we do, we'll try new things. We want to, we appreciate the listeners and the participation. So, anytime we can give the audience what they want, we'll try. And I hopefully it comes across okay, but
All right, so we have 2 left then.
Okay.
Title of this one is, Am I Being Unreasonable for Asking My Partner to Reduce His Days with His Kids? So before judging, please read my whole post.
Okay.
For the past 6 years, my partner, after work, he gets off at 3, goes to his ex's house to help out with the kids. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. He works from home and also sees customers, but we spend some time together some of the days if it overlaps with my work from home days. After work at 3, he goes to his ex's house to see his kids and returns at 9 p.m. I try to sleep around 10 or 11, and I have to still prepare dinner as there is no time for him to do so. He is tired at all the time, and he's tired at this time usually, and just wants to have sex, watch TV, and go to sleep. On Saturday, he takes them to tennis lessons in the morning, and then around 4 or 5, he goes again to see them, and doesn't come home till 9. Sunday, he goes to see them at 5 p.m. again. If I want to go eat dinner somewhere, he's too tired. He drives too much from our place to the kids. Nighttime events, can't. He's already scheduled to see the kids. Let's go do some fun things. Too tired. Also, pretty damn sick of preparing dinner when I have my own job as well. I asked him to reduce his night visits to 4 days a week and 3 days anytime home in the evenings. He can still see the kids during the week and on the weekends. I feel like I have only a shadow of a partner and I have to pick up around the house so he can maintain his schedule, which is unfair to me. At the same time, I feel like an asshole asking this. But like I said, I can't continue to live like this. And if he wants something else, then he doesn't have to agree and I'll move on. He said he agrees, though he keeps making an excuse to not just do the 3 days. Am I being unfair to ask this?
Wait, ask her to flip a coin.
Flip a coin.
All right.
Flip a coin. Oh, heads.
Oh, see? Okay. This is bullshit. Fuck Siri. It's bullshit. All right, go ahead.
This is a hard one to even pick a side. Because I feel like they're both kind of assholey. She's assholey. Go ahead.
I'll tell you. Sorry. No. It's not that hard if I can get the answer to one question.
Okay.
Do they have children of their own?
No.
Okay. Then he's not the asshole. I'll tell you why. Because I get everything she's saying.
Yeah.
No, I do.
Yeah, no, me too. Yeah. But it's his kids.
The children don't understand that.
Yeah.
Children will feel abandoned, unwanted. He has made it a point to remain involved in their lives. And that is what a responsible, good father should do. Yeah. I went through not something quite like this, but when my ex and I first split up and we first separated, I would still go have dinner Friday in the evenings. And I would still do kind of family things with them, even though we were living apart. We hadn't filed for divorce yet. But we were fully separated. I had my own apartment at that point. But kids take this kind of thing personally.
Yeah.
They don't understand, right? And they don't understand that, stepmom, because that's really what she is. She's a stepmom, right? Because he's
taking away their dad,
right? And all that's going to do is breed anger and hatred towards both of them, and it's unnecessary. I get what she says. She doesn't want to have to always play second fiddle, and that's probably not an abnormal reaction.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just one of those things where, unfortunately, she has to put those kids, even though they're not hers, she has to put those kids' needs in front of her own, or ahead of her own. Let the guy continue to try to be super dad, because at the end of the day, those kids are innocent in all of this.
Yeah.
And kids that don't have the benefit of both parents at home is hard enough. So this is maybe one of the better compromises out there. Again, I understand that and by the way, he probably loves his kids a lot, and probably is not a burden for him to go see them. Like, he probably enjoys it. So, you're also kind of asking him, you're taking something away from him that he probably really loves to do also.
I don't think it's unreasonable, though, for her to just be like, can you just go 3 times a week instead of 5? I feel like maybe he can cut out like a Tuesday and Thursday, and be like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday thing with the kids. And she's just like, you could go see them on the weekend. I just want to get just 2 days a week. And I feel like that might be reasonable. I feel like that she might not be unreasonable.
That's what I'm saying. I get what she's saying. And she's not, again, she's not wrong. Yes. And she's not wrong with how she feels. Maybe the best thing I can say is this probably won't be like that forever. At some point, the kids get older. They start to have their own friends, their own social lives. I'm like that now too. Like, my ex and I separated like 3 years ago, and the kids were younger then. Right now, especially my youngest. Yeah. Now he's older. He's starting to drive. He's got more friends. He's going to high school. Right. Yeah. He doesn't want to be with dad. He wants to go, but those first the first year and a half, especially, I really made sure to kind of stay involved. Yeah. And also, now again, I understand 6 years, but they've also grown accustomed to it, right? They know when dad's supposed to be there.
Yeah. And he knows when he's going to pick up. My question also is, why can't the kids come to her house?
That's also a good point. It could be the mom has issues with that. Maybe she doesn't want them there either. I don't know.
Oh, because I'm like, if that fixes the issue, he's going to be home every day. He just has to go pick them up and drop them off, really. And I feel like that would also be a good thing. But I also, depending on how young these kids are, this can be a very confusing and toxic environment for the children, because they're technically playing house for these hours of the day. And I feel like the kids can misconstrue that as, well, that's still mom and dad, and we're still together. So I feel like this could also be really harmful towards the kids too, depending on how old they are. So
yeah.
All right, last one.
Okay.
Am I wrong for getting my girlfriend a basic birthday gift? My 23 male girlfriend, 20 female, had her birthday last week. We became official late December, so it's been 4 months. I'll cut to the chase. I'm not great at getting gifts. This is my first real girlfriend. Before her, I was in a fling situation with 2 other girls. The last time I actually bought someone a gift was when my friend turned 12 and he had a birthday party. So I definitely don't know what to get a girl for her 20th birthday. I ended up just getting her a $100 Lululemon gift card, since I know she loves shopping there, and an assortment of 100 different chocolates in a star shape. I also helped chip in for her cake. All in all, it cost me around $160, just to give out the number. What some of her friends got her through put me to shame. One of them got her a bottle of perfume that was over $200. Another one got her a DJ set, which I'm sure cost even more than that. Someone even got her a picture frame that has the constellation of the day and time she was born, as well as the leading news headline. I hate that I didn't even think of that. Granted, these are her friends and they've known her longer. Funny, something I picked up was how all girls go out for their friend's birthday. But whenever it's a guy's friend's birthday, the present we usually give them is a free order of food. Even sometimes we don't even go out for guys' birthdays. She ended up liking my gifts, or at least that's what she said to make me feel better. I was feeling really insecure about it because I had the means to go further. So I ended up asking her best friend the day after if she thinks I'm overreacting. She herself thought my present was basic, and that's something I must have gotten last minute. She even followed up by saying she would expect more from the man of her best friend. Do you guys think I could have done better? Let's flip a coin.
Okay.
Oh. Why did I do this? Siri, flip a coin. She said, sorry, I don't understand. Siri, flip a coin. It's heads.
All right.
I'm taking her side. I'm not going to lie.
Of course you are.
He is right on the girls because I love my friends. And I will gift them like nice things like that because they're my friends and I love them. But as her boyfriend, this is how I see it. If you gift someone like you know and are close to, like this is like, you know, your significant other, your best friend, I would never give them cash or gift cards. As if it's someone, you know, you're friends with, you're cool with, that's fine. But this is your girlfriend or your best friend. That's a gift that should be personal. It's a gift that you should look for. My best friends, my boyfriend, I plan their gifts ahead. I'll see things throughout the year and I'm like, oh, that would make a great birthday gift. Because it's like that person should mean a little bit more to you. So I feel like it was thoughtless. He said, okay, she likes Lululemon. I guess I'll go get her a Lululemon gift card. As her boyfriend, you should have maybe bought her something from Lululemon. If, you know, you're dating her, you know, okay, she wears Lululemon. You could have went and bought her a jacket. You could have went and bought her some leggings. You shouldn't have got just the gift card. That's just how I feel. Because it did feel like, oh, he got the gift card and that was it. So I don't think he's the asshole. I just think he could have been better.
Okay. So let me first start by saying he absolutely could have done better, but should he have to? And the answer is no. No. No.
I don't even mean it as he should have bought her more. I just mean he should have bought a gift, like a real gift, not just a card.
It's not just a card. It's okay. Look, I am notorious for buying gift cards and just giving away money, but I'll tell you why. And this may be what he experienced himself. Yeah. I know he's younger. Mm-hmm. Okay. But I've tried so many times to buy thoughtful gifts and was shit on over that so many times. Yeah. It's much, much easier and I think makes more sense. Like, here's whatever, a couple $100, buy whatever the fuck you like. Mm-hmm. Buy what you like. Mm-hmm. Is he supposed to know everything about her? No, not at this stage. You've only been together 4 months.
Yeah.
Okay. The fact that he knows that she likes to shop at Lululemon and that's where he went to get the gift card, whether it was online or in the store, doesn't matter, means that he showed some thought, right, into what she likes.
Yeah.
The 100 different chocolates shaped in a star, you know, that's probably not a very awesome gift, but, you know, unless she's like a chocolate freak. But I understand it's like more like the Valentine's-y sort of thing, yeah. Right? Okay, and you know, in a card, and you know, let's go to the party and do all that stuff. The fact that her friends sort of outdid him on the gift.
But that's always going to happen.
Not only is it always going to happen, but I don't know. He says he's young, right? Was he 20 or 21? Or
he's 23 and she's 20.
Okay. He's 23 years old. I don't know what kind of disposable income this guy has. Yeah. I don't know if he's a starving student. Yeah. I don't know if he is selling, you know.
No, he said he has the means for it.
No, I understand he says that, but the means for what?
To buy more. Sorry.
In other words, does he have the means to buy a whole fucking DJ kit?
Oh, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe the $100 gift card plus the chocolates, plus the whatever that last bit was or whatever.
He chipped in
for the cake, whatever. Maybe that was really the best budget he could have. Look, I understand. I mean, it's almost as if you had a sister-in-law.
There it is.
That just wanted you to spend a fortune on a gift for her, even though you may not have that desire. Right? I got you again. Sorry, it was at the end, but I almost forgot. But I almost forgot. Anyway, no, honestly, I mean, what the fuck does she want from this guy? He's 23 years old.
She didn't complain.
I know,
it was
fuck
the best
her,
friend.
but I'm saying
yeah.
Fuck her best friend. And you know what it is? No, it's because her best friend is in competition with him now.
No, do you want to know what it is?
What?
Okay.
What it is? Oh, here comes girl math.
Girlhood. This is girlhood.
Girlhood.
I can tell you this from anyone. Girl best friends are always going to show out because that's just what we are. And there's like this saying that it's like, people always say girls won't settle or they won't like want the bare minimum. And it's honestly because of our best friends. Because like she said, my best friend for Christmas got me a $200 perfume as well. You know, my best friend, they'll always, and I've seen it and we do it and I see that. So it's like, you're always going to feel like, as the boyfriend, you'll always feel like your gift wasn't enough because this best friend knows her. Like she knows everything, you know? So he probably shouldn't have, the best friend wasn't the one to ask. You should have never asked her because the best friend's always going to be like, well, I always think you're not enough for her. That's my best friend. You know, so I think that that's where he probably messed up. He shouldn't have asked the best friend. Like I said, I really don't think that he's the asshole. I don't think he felt like he did it on purpose. Or
I think the best friend is jealous.
I don't think so.
Yes, I think that her bestie is now dickmatized, and she's like, she deserves better. She's my bestie. I'm gonna show her how his broke, cheap ass, no job having, like, well, all, that's what that sounds like. Like, she's now in competition because she may see her less, right? And like the bestie's not the bestie anymore. Look, every set of high school guy best friends go through this when one gets a girlfriend and one doesn't.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like all the time. Why? Because guys like to get laid.
But know what? Usually though, girls don't feel that. It's
because guys like to get laid.
Yeah.
So we spend time with our girlfriends because we want that thing. And we know that our guy code friends are going to be like, all right, well, I'll see you when I see you. And we could go back. 9 months could go by and it'll be like nothing ever happened.
Some guys who are jealous of their friends.
Gay ones maybe.
Who will be like, you're always with your girlfriend.
Right. Ghetto fabulous guys, but not like real guys in bro code. We don't give a fuck.
But I feel like girls aren't really jealous of stuff like that. No, because I feel like girls talk all day. Like, I'm saying that even from my experience. My best friend, Ashley, we've had her on the pod. I talk to her on my way to work. And after I leave, I'm on the phone with her.
And like 9 times during the day, but no, just kidding.
Honestly, no, you've seen, she calls me on her lunch. She does. She does. Yeah.
Look, it's very cute, but what if you weren't here in this office during the day? What if you were with your boyfriend all day?
She doesn't mind.
No, but I get what I'm saying is, what if you were like, Ash, I got to call you back. I'm busy. Right. She might start to take that differently. Maybe. Right. I know. I'm just saying it's possible that it's almost like a weird competition.
Maybe. Yeah. Right?
But other than that, I mean, it's not really that controversial.
No.
Right.
I just think that
guys do this kind of stuff because we honestly, we don't really know. Right. We're not, we don't know what you fucking want. Okay. And every time I think a gift is good, it's always not to the person that, like they think, I don't fucking know. And honestly, I just made that rule. I do it with my kids, back in the day with my ex. Here you go. Here's some money. Go buy what you want. And I hate to say this.
I think everyone around you knows it's not with like ill intention of yours.
No,
like,
no.
You care.
No.
That's how you just started.
And honestly, that's how my dad was with me and my brother and our family. It's just the way it is. And that's how we were raised.
Yeah.
Here, go do what you want. Okay. And honestly, for a long time, I know it makes people feel like they don't care. They should spend the time looking for me for something. And I don't care if it's only a $10 thing. If they showed me that they love me because they spent the time to go to the mall, bullshit. That's not showing love. Like, trust me when I tell you, sending me to the mall to buy a fucking gift is not going to make me love you more. I would
pay for that.
I was going to say, I will resent the fuck out of you if that's what you make me do because you feel,
to watch that.
Fuck that. You know what you would pay? You would pay to watch me pay you to go to the mall for me to buy a fucking gift.
I remember my uncle had to do that. He was invited to a baby shower and he picked me up and he was like, we have to go to Macy's and you have to pick out something for this little girl. He was like, I have no idea. So I get it.
Let me tell you, for men, the best thing ever fucking invented was a registry. Okay, I'm serious, a gift registry.
Holiday.
Because that's the same thing giving it. Just tell me what the fuck you want. Oh, here's a list. Oh, and it shows me what you already have and what you don't. Great.
You know, it's funny. My friends have asked for that because I have this thing where I buy myself everything I want. Like, I don't wait or like tell people like, oh,
you don't say.
I just buy shit that I want.
A little impulsive, are you?
I know.
By the way, is that a shock to any of our 1,700 listeners now? 17.
Yes.
Fuck, I'm going to have to spend some real money soon on software.
No, yeah. So my friends have now asked me anytime I want something to put it in a PowerPoint. And Christmas time, I just sent the PowerPoint to everyone because they're like, you need to stop buying everything because we don't know what the fuck you want anymore. And they're like, we'll see something and we'll be like, oh, that's for Karina. And they go, nope, she already has that.
By the way, that is the most gangster way to let your friends know what you want for Christmas. You send a fucking PowerPoint
that's what
deck.
They asked now.
No, I'm just saying, and then you indulge that. You send a fucking PowerPoint deck. I could just see the group email. Like, oh my God.
That's what they've asked for, though. That's what I have to do now.
You know what? This is such a good spot to end today. That's just so good. Sorry.
So, yep.
By the way, did Peckerwood ever put us up?
No. And I DM'd her. I tagged her on the post and she never posted it.
Oh, that's too bad.
So,
all right.
I guess. But, all right. All right, guys. Thank you all for listening. We appreciate all the support. Remember, you can find us on Instagram at The Been Confirmed and at The Late Podcast. There's periods between every letter and late. Twitter and TikTok at Potomac and Farm. You can visit our website at eblawfirm.us, and you can email us at info@eblawfirm.us. Bye, guys.
Bye.